Hello, welcome to a very sophisticated video. I can't get this bolt off! Oh, there we go. Gently, gently, softly, softly. Greetings friends and welcome back to Crusty Diaries, the series episode Who Really Cares today, and we are back right where we started. Rust, more corrosion, plenty of it everywhere, and yeah, it's all looking a little bit sorry and worn, and some people would scrap this. I'm not, so first thing, let's kind of assess the damage, shall we? It goes without saying under here that obviously I think the rear is actually in worse condition than what the front was in when you actually get in and look, but I have discovered at some point in here there has been some sort of a cover-up job done, and it's not went very well. But yeah, where do we start? Here. Removing the brake caliper, of course, which is a bit involved. So the first thing that we need to do is actually back off this caliper in order to get this off. Right now, that's on pretty solid, and I've got the handbrake off. It's moving a little bit, but not a lot. I mean, you can just move the disc, but we've got to back this off. So in order to do that, there is a bolt in here that we need to get off, which is a 12mm. We need to take this off, and then... No, is it a 12? Oh, well, I say that we need to take this off. It's actually... Oh, Christ. Well, that right there, that's some scallop. What manner of thing is in there? There's supposed to be a bolt in there, and it isn't there. Ah, Jesus. Is that filled in? Is there something in there? Alright, no. Yeah, it should actually be a 14 that's in there, but instead it's a tiny little piece of plastic still. Never mind. What we do now is grab this little doodad, a Hex 4, and then this should hopefully still have the gear in it. Please have the gear in there, because if this doesn't, I'm screwed. Place that in, see if we can find it. Is this actually budging it? Hard to tell, you know. I don't think that's actually doing anything. Why the f has everything been bodged on this car? Since you left me, things have gotten a little bit extreme. I've had to remove the brake line so that I could get access in here. It's basically the handbrake cable. I had to remove that so that I could get in, because now I've had to get to a C bolt, which is finally coming free thanks to our old friend Doo-doo. Remember this from a video ages ago? It's actually managed to catch the rounded bolt, which should be a 10mm, but it has been reduced down to no mil. So my plan here, because this isn't moving, I'm going to attack this with a hammer in a minute and see if we can free off the caliper, because it's not on full force, but I'm hopeful if I get this off we should be able to pivot it out still. I hope that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Thank God for these rounded off doodad tool from Toolzone, because if I never had this I'd have been screwed again. See, the way you're actually supposed to do this is back off the caliper piston right there. Once that's moved off, this will all move, and then you take this out, slide this up, push that back, voila! we can move on to the next step. But not with Scarlet, everything's always a little bit overdone. What this means, unfortunately, is, oh god, look at that, that's so bad. What this means, unfortunately, is, as I suspected anyway, I'm going to need to buy new rear calipers. There's always one thing after a bloody another. But let's see if I can even hammer this off. Oh! Am I a genius or what? Look at that! Finally got it. Oh yeah, I can see why you can't get in there. That is totally rounded off. I'll show you, right, in here, that yellow bit there, that shouldn't be there. It should be a normal 14mm bolt, which looks a bit like that, but it was a little bit of yellow plastic instead, which is nicked good, unfortunately, and that was what was stopping me backing it off. But great news, we got it off. What a palaver. I'll sit it there just now because we are falling way behind. So the next bit, take off the old pads. Which aren't actually in too bad a condition. There we go. Now 2 14mm at the back to get the bracket off. Oh. And there you are. One rear caliper bracket. I can't believe that. Oh, and there's the brake disc as well. Oh. Which is not in as bad a condition as what the ones on the front were. Next thing we need to do is bend this up again. Same as what we did with the hub on the front, because what we'll be doing after that is removing this and a bolt down the bottom, and hopefully that will free up this whole knuckle to come off, because the whole thing comes off in a winner. We're not refurbishing this one, we're just going to clean it up a bit and put it back on, because, well, it's part of the drive shaft and I'm a little bit dubious about touching too much on this bit, so yeah, let's get that done. That's enough now. You would not believe how hard it is to find one of these on the internet or in any supermarket shop or anything like that. A 29mm socket, because that's what you need for this nut. The only nut on the entire car that you need it for is this one on the rear. So we're going to be going this way, so I want that to stop that from turning. Oh, this is just so difficult. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Yeah, that came eventually. That's tough. I know that people say, oh, put the car in drive, but unfortunately it doesn't matter what I did. It wasn't for doing it. So with that off, it's all just nuts and bolts now, and hopefully that will get us all sorted. There, you can see in there, that's where the shaft is. So with any luck, this will just slide off when I take this one out and this one out, and then we can worry about the rest of it. Oh, that was heavy. I need a break for a minute first. Right, I've had a break. When I say a break, I've been gone for about an hour dismantling parts of the other side. So, the next job. What we need to do is remove this bolt through here and try at least and remove this one, which is down the bottom. Only problem is, as I discovered on the passenger side, right underneath here, in this slot here, it's been open to the elements for years and 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 years. That causes the bolt to swell up, and chances of that coming free are pretty remote. But we'll see what happens. Then we should be able to get this assembly off and then remove all the other ancillaries around it. Yeah, let's see what happens. So this one's a 14. Let's see if this will budge it without having to use the breaker bar. I doubt it, but we'll give it a go. Fuck, it actually worked. Hey! That's probably as easy as that's going to get, to be honest. That's not going to come anyway. This has probably, I don't think it's ever been apart, but yeah, we'll see what happens. 17 for this one. And yes, we will need the breaker bar. Jeez. Right, so that's come off, but I guarantee you that's going to be stuck there. There is no way that's going to move. 21 on there. I guarantee you this ain't going to budge. Yeah, didn't think so. Trust me, this is not ideal, because what this means is I'm probably going to have to replace the lot. And it's moving, but I'll show you once it's off the car, once we actually get far enough on. But basically what this means is we're going to have to dismantle the rest of it while it's all still in place. Not ideal, but it can be done. Next thing we need to release, track rod end, which I believe is a 14. If we release that, that takes a bit of the tension off it. Guess what? It's rounded.
Why does it always rain on me?
Well, I can at least attempt to do it from the other side. I can't get in there. It's just one thing after another. Have I got a big enough one of these for that? It's a half. Let's see if this is enough to take the roundedness. Oh my giddy aunt! These tool zone thingamajigs have saved the day! Again, for the umpteenth time. Seriously, I was about to give up there and call it a day. That's extraordinary. That should be the theme of this video, softly, softly, rather than having at it full speed or full send with everything else. Thank God for that. Another rounded bolt out. Thank God for that. Right, next thing, let's take out the suspension mount. That's a 17, and I am going full send because I've had enough. Not that anything can go wrong here. There we go. One suspension one out with a ball of fluff on the end. Now for the big boys on the rear. They are 17s, and the good news is because they're so heavily corroded they should just move on their own will. Yeah. So that's the dry shaft out. Only got one more bolt to get in, that'll be the bottom half off. I'll do that and we'll be right back, because it's the same as this side. Right. And with that, there we are. One lower wishbone. Oh, one lower wishbone and the entire knuckle assembly. And as I was saying, inside there, right at the bottom, and here, the bolt goes right through, and it's a bit of bad design, to be honest. This all corrodes and welds together. I don't know if you can see that. This all just corrodes and welds together, and then it may never be separable again. We'll find out in another video. Next job, upper wishbone, which is currently holding up the brake caliper, so I'll need to move that and hook it somewhere else now. That's just two 17s again, and then that's removed, and then we're actually more or less all finished. Good times. Let's see if this will just come willingly. I mean, I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so that is moving. That's still not ready to let go on its own. Oh. Hey. Oop. The sweet smell of success. Rust. And with that, we are more or less done. The last thing to do is take off the sway bar, and realistically I should take the suspension coilovers out, but I don't know if I can be arsed, and it is just two 14s inside the boot, but I mean, there's not really much point in removing them. So yes, I think we'll call it quits. That was reasonably not bad, I think you'll agree. If not, please write to me and let me know in the comments below if you think that this was a pig of a job. Personally, I think it went okay, but yes, stage one of the rear is complete. We do now, however, have a few decisions to make and rust proofing to be getting on with. So that'll be in the next Crusty Diaries episode. Until then, take care. As always, if you have been, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.